Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Chris. I'm a graphic designer based in Melbourne, and today, unfortunately, it's not going to be one of those happy, fun and exciting videos in which I love creating for you guys. I've decided to create a tribute in memory of Kobe Bryant, who I'm sure you're all aware of passed away recently. And I want to talk a little bit about what kind of went on through my mind during the past week of it happening, alongside a little bit about the artwork itself and where I found my inspiration from. Let's jump into the computer and get started. Okay, so I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not the biggest basketball fan, and as a kid growing up, I played soccer, and so as a result, Kobe wasn't the biggest inspiration to me, as I'm sure he was to other kids playing the sport or other people that were heavily invested into either Lakers or just the general basketball community. However, the more I created this artwork, I just felt like I felt this very sorrow emotion within me, and I couldn't figure out why or what it was. And the more I created it, the more research I did, the more I could kind of figure out why this actually hit me the way it did. So the first thing in which I kind of thought about, which I find interesting, is could it potentially be the social media? Everywhere I looked, I could just see Kobe Bryant, helicopter crash. It was just horrific. And could it potentially be the fact that all this emotion coming from everybody in which is posting and sharing kind of rub off on mine? It was a thought, but I don't think it wasn't really the be all and end all of why I was feeling what I was feeling. Another thought that crossed my mind could potentially have been the fact in which these rich and famous and extremely successful people, it kind of just seems like a movie to you. And when you hear that this freak accident by complete freak of nature happens to someone of that stature, like Kobe Bryant, it kind of just woke me up a bit. It was just proved to me that anything is possible, and nobody is completely safe from these kind of events, which was a scary thought and a bit of a wake-up call, really. And I think that definitely had some form of effect. Now, the biggest thing that I felt really upset about was the fact in which Gigi, Kobe's daughter, was on the helicopter as well. I just for some reason couldn't get this picture out of my head where Kobe and Gigi are sitting arms in arms, and as they go down, the only thing Kobe could have thought was that there was nothing he could have done for his daughter. That thought just completely messed with my head, and it was a big portion of the reason as to why I decided to create this artwork with both of them, not just Kobe himself, but both. Following on from this, I couldn't also get out of my head the thought which his daughters and also his wife Vanessa, the grief in which they would be experiencing right now, just having lost their dad, their husband, their sisters, their daughters. It's just so fucked up, really. Now they're gonna have to move on with life, having to push through this. And I know everyone has bad experiences, but just having to think about them hearing that kind of news and having to deal with it from here on end was just a very sad thought also. So with all the sadness, shock and commotion which was going on, I decided to create this artwork just in tribute of the legend, in memory, and just to pay my own respects. But I know a lot of people as well would feel the same way and would probably do something similar. And so this is not only for him and his family, but also everyone else who shares the same kind of emotions in which I've just explained. Now to a more brighter tone. This specific artwork was influenced by a Melbourne-based graphic designer. Her name is Gigi Designs. I'm just going to link her Instagram here. Now, she inspires me in specific ways, more specifically in this artwork that I created, because I tried to recreate her style. Now, I don't just love her work, but I also really envy the fact that she has her own specific style and she's completely mastered it. But not only that, she's been able to become completely renowned for it also. And so I kind of wanted to just see if I could replicate that kind of vibe. I was planning on making this piece of art throughout my working week, and so I had to make it more time efficient than all the other pieces in which I usually do. This style kind of reminds me of low poly art, except it's a lot more abstract and random. I felt like I was exploring a more non-structured and random approach to graphic design. As a result, I thoroughly enjoyed this whole process, as it was something new and very entertaining. I think I'm going to continue to try different styles and avenues of vector art from here on in. So please let me know if you'd like to see anything in particular, or if you want to see something more specific. Anyways guys, that's enough from me. I'm going to let the rest of the speed art do the talking from here on end. I just wanted to thank Dom Gauchi Designs for the inspiration, and may Kobe, Gigi and the 7 other passengers upon that helicopter rest in peace. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.